Yo, what is going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome to a brand new week, and of course, welcome back to a brand new Locals feature match. Here we are in round one, where we have Tearlament branded on the left versus Tri-Brigade on the right. I won't make the mistake this time of assuming it's Tri-Sprite. Our boy Dalen Pitkin. You guys saw him get top 16 at Nationals, playing pretty much a very identical deck, and we'll see if he's still got the touch. Can he take the dub here with his signature deck against a combination of two very powerful fusion strategies? We're going to see tier lead with terraforming into Triple P into Shiren. Activating Shiren, always a pretty strong opening. Gives them at least a guaranteed fusion. Maybe two if the Shiren hits, and we'll see if it does. It does hit another copy of Shiren and a copy of King of the Swamp. So that's basically just free fusion material to be whatever it needs to be. And we're going to see a DD Crow get fired on the Merly, allowing the Shaylin to resolve. I mean, that is a fine DD Crow there, I think. But I think I personally would have waited till after the Kit Kalos resolves, because I feel like you let them commit a little bit before you hit them with a Crow, but I guess having Crow Imperm also makes things a little different. But imagine if you would have just let the two names resolve and then Imperm the kit and then had the Crow for the follow-up Rhino Heart play. Maybe would have made things a little bit better, but his hand might be fragile. Maybe doesn't want to let him get access to Dragostapelia, but I mean, either way, he's getting access to Dragostapelia right now. The only reason I bring this up is because I personally think it's better to use DD Crow after they make Kit Kalos, because, like, especially if you have another hand trap with it, I think too, because, like, if you Crow, like, the first thing, especially if they start Shiren, I feel like there's so many punishes on top of that, like other names that they could easily resolve by, like normal summon Rhino Heart, like instant fusion, Shiren pitched a name with it, right? You only have one DD Crow, right? The other one's not going to be enough. Like, one DD Crow is not going to be enough, right? Because the other name is going to resolve regardless. But he will be able to get access to a window, which is going to quickly get shut down by an Imperm Frame 1. And we're going to see Fractal dump Sparrow, and then we're going to see Warbler Sparrow go off here. Talk about a classic combo. We're going to see the Sparrow go ahead and get access to Nerval after being revived by the Warbler. Not too big of a board to worry about right now. The only thing that would be problematic, I guess, would be a Havness, but I think we've long passed the Havness check. I think the card in our tier branded player's hand is Fallen of Albaz, which is looking pretty good on the crackback next turn, but right now really not doing anything. Just a lot of bodies to try to get through, and hopefully not destroying them via card effect. And hopefully not shuffling them back into the deck in any way, shape, or form, because that'll trigger Triple P. So we're going to see him link now the Starling, and I think the Swallow into Sapphire Swallow into the Farigit. Nerval's going to go ahead and banish 4 to bring out Shureg. And we will see Shureg effect here. Going to go ahead and banish Kit Kalos, and then linking off those two into Bearbrum. This would be like Chainlink 1 Nerval. Chainlink 1 Nerval, Chainlink 2 Shureg. Shureg will go ahead and secure a DD Crow to hand, and Nerval's going to go ahead and add another copy of Fractal here. And we've pretty much already got set up our Appaloosa with Revolt here with DD Crow in hand. Search DD Crow just feels so good right now against this deck. Really good advantage to have here. We're going to see the Farigit now bring out Fractal. Also have to keep in mind right now that Perla Rhino is up, giving all tiers and fusions an additional 500 attack, so that Rhino Heart is currently sitting at 2k, and the Winda is currently at 2700, which feels really bad. So now we're going to go ahead and see him use Fractal, getting rid of Shureg, and Nerval might go for the DDL here. This would give him access to a 3 material Appaloosa and another interruption on top of that, plus Search Revolt, plus DD Crow in hand. So very satisfying to watch the Tri-Brigade deck always. Like, the way it can consistently grab interruptions throughout its combo and just, like, cycle cards in and out of the hand. a lot of names getting in circulation every time. Like, you're pretty much always resolving, like, the effects of all your Tri-Brigades, like, twice. Like, their graveyard effects and their on-field effects. It's always just very satisfying to watch. And seeing these powerful Link monsters get tooled out very easily. And speak of Double Dragon Lords, there he is. And now we're going to see Harpy's Feather Duster to clear the Pearl Rhino. That will kind of turn off an interruption. And we're going to see DDL get chained to the Harpy's Feather Duster, sending the Duster and bouncing the Winda. And then we're just going to see him go Battle Phase here. Now that Pearl Rhino is gone, Rhino Heart will go back down to its normal 1500. He'll swing in with everything, leaving his opponent at 2700 to his full 8k. Leaving him with literally just a top deck here. We know it's Fallen of Albaz. We're going to see him link off that beautiful Starlight Fairy and 2 others to go into a 3-material Apo. We'll see it Chain Link 2 Farigit, Chain Link 1 Bearbrum. Obviously, you want to chain block the all-important search of one of the best trap cards in the game right now. Has been for quite some time. Revolt always just goes in. So Revolt, Crow. The Crow, I assume, had to be put back there, unfortunately, since there are no cards left in hand for our tier player, or for our Tri-Brigade player. I think he drew Branded Fusion for turn. And it looks like he's going to scoop there. I don't know why he didn't fire the Branded Fusion. Maybe he was worried about the Appaloosa negating the Lubellion. And maybe that Albaz was the only Albaz in his deck. Maybe that's the way I could see that playing out there. Kind of just leaves him in a rough position either way, I think. But yeah, we're into a Game 2 situation, guys. Check out Imperium Duelist. They just dropped some brand new products recently. New dice, new mat. All this awesome stuff. Check them out at the link below. And don't forget to use my discount code WinnerKills10 off. And if you guys are buying anything on TCG Player, please feel free to use my affiliate link found in the description below. Anytime you guys shop and check out using that link, a small bit of the revenue from your purchase will go right back into the channel. We're going to see tier branded start with Alibur into Branded Fusion, which gets slapped with an Ash Blossom. Always one of the most satisfying things to do. Next, I don't know, like Ghost Ogring a Magnificent Map or Imperming a Eagle. Ashing Branded Fusion feels really strong. Or maybe hitting a Rika player with Evenly Matched when they don't play around it. All very satisfying things. So we're going to see an Evenly there. Clear 2, opting to keep 1 back row here. We're going to see Foolish Burial go in, dumping a Kit, dumping a Nerval. Nerval will go ahead and search one now. We're going to go for, looks to be Fractal. He's contemplating grabbing here. Could, of course, dump itself and another name. But he will go ahead and opt to grab Kit. Strong normal summon as it is. And only time will tell what the set card is. Could be maybe Super Poly, could be Imperm. Could be Called by the Grave. Imperm, I feel like, would make sense too. I think we know what it is, though. Yeah, I was going to say, I think we saw a Skill Drain in the opening hand. No surprise to see him keep that here. But it also may cause some problems for our tier branded player. Skill Drain, like, I feel like the tier part of the deck handles Skill Drain very well, especially with Planet in play, because you can definitely sequence your Chain Links to go like Chain Link 1 Kit, Chain Link 2 Triple P to pop the Kit, making Kit resolve to search because it's no longer on field, and you're also resolving its graveyard effect. All your fusion effects are going to resolve in grave. So I feel like the tier part of the deck excels playing into Skill Drain more so than the branded part, and it looks like right now he's seeing more branded cards, unfortunately. So we may see them get into a bit of a simplified back and forth game state here. Albaz will swing over the Kit, triggering Kit to dump Nerval to add a Fractal, another Fractal. And we'll see him go ahead and pass turn. Now, as for Tri-Brigade, they really don't have an out to the Skill Drain, I want to say. At least in Engine. So we're going to see him go ahead and fire off a Pot of Prosperity, going for 6, trying to find something to out this, but I don't know if anything is going to be in there spell trap removal wise outside of maybe Evenly Matched. We're going to see him reveal 6, 2 Bird Call, Nibiru, Fractal, Evenly, and a copy of Warbler. Looking to go ahead and take a copy of Evenly Matched, and it looks like he will. Opting to put everything else to the bottom. And actually choosing the order in which they go to the bottom. Carefully and not just putting them randomly. We're going to see a normal summon a Fractal, 1900 beater, really strong here, getting over the Albaz. And it looks like we're just going to see our tier player draw for turn, set a tier, and pass turn. Maybe perhaps contemplating a bit of an end phase play here. We're going to see him activate Revolt. And Revolt's going to bring back 2 kits and 2 Nervals. Going for Shurig. Just getting a free 3k body on the field right now and resolving some graveyard effects feels pretty good, especially if it means you are deck thinning. I mean, we saw Harpy's Feather Duster in the main deck game 1. I wouldn't be shocked if it's still somewhere within the main deck here in game 2, especially knowing that he was going to be going second. So we'll see him get that little bit of deck thinning done there. Draw for turn. You have 2 pretty big bodies on field right now. Shurig at 3k, Fractal at 19. And we're just going to go ahead and see, checking some defense points on some tier monsters. See whether or not he can get maximum damage in. But we're just going to see him attack into the set. Rhino Heart. Has Albaz branded in red and another Rhino Heart in hand for our tier player. Unfortunately, none of this really does anything to help play under skill drain. If you had access to maybe Shiren or Havness, that would be really strong, but Havness is also kind of turned off via the skill drain currently, because the opponent will not be resolving any monster effects on field for the foreseeable future. And you're staring down 4,900 points worth of damage. Branded in red maybe can get you into a body, but nothing that's going to turn into anything threatening. We'll see him pass turn after T setting. The branded in red and what I think was the Rhino Heart, the other copy. We're going to see Fractal attempt its effect. Banishing 2 for cost. Unsure as to why the effect was used there. Maybe just to get more names banished in case something happens to the Shure. You can get a more impactful search to deck thin. We'll see him swinging for 19 after running over another Rhino Heart. Pass turn there. Our tier player is going to draw into a copy of Mercurier. That really not too helpful right now either. Setting it and passing turn. Again, very simplified game state here. Skill drain. Honestly, I think doing a little bit more harm than it is doing good for our tier branded player. Yes, it is keeping plenty of Tri-Brigade effects at bay right now, but you're staring down, again, 2 massive beat sticks, and that isn't helping your cause at all. He just needs to find some form of spell trap removal, and there it is, committing another Fractal to the board. Little risky here because you do run, you know, the risk of playing into Super Poly right now with putting 2 Fractals on field that could allow him to go for a Garura, assuming that set could possibly be Super Poly, right? Could give him access to a Garura, which gives him to a draw, which helps him maybe get into more engine. So it looks like on the attack declaration, we're going to see a branded in red. Haven't seen this card resolve on the channel in quite some time. Low-key miss it. I miss Sword Soul Despia format. It was a nice format. Well, it looks like it was a Tragedy, actually, that was set. So add back an Albaz. Go for Lubellion. Lubellion obviously won't be able to do anything, but he'll attempt to resolve the Tragedy. That's going to get ashed. Tragedy, I don't think would have really gotten him super far right now. Could have gotten him to an Alibur. But Alibur really isn't doing a whole lot either. And again, very, very simplified game state here. Tri-Brigade just going to pass now that they can't get over the 3k defense of Lubellion. And giving our Branded Despia player just a little bit more time here to try to figure out exactly how to regain control of this game, because it's kind of slipping. Of course, both players are stalled out again by the skill drain here, but Tri-Brigade definitely holding the advantage here just on sheer monster count alone. But again, Just, I mean, you could say just a Shyren might do it, or some way to resolve a tier name, but without access to Perla Rhino, it's going to be a lot less effective, because you won't have a way to efficiently resolve Kit, or something like your Kaleido Heart. We're going to see him activate Polymerization now, and go for a Mirror Jade. He'll use Mirror Jade, sending Alba Lenitus for cost to go ahead and get that end phase search of a Polymerization spell. Battle phase, he'll crash Mirror Jade and Shurig, proccing both Shurig and Mirror Jade effects. Shurig is going to go ahead and search DD Crow here, which really isn't helping now. Now that you really needed a tier name to resolve, just giving an out to it, and also your end phase search is also gone. Alba Lenitus getting hit with Crow, Mirror Jade resolving, wiping the board of those two fractals. 3,100 life points left for our tier Despia player. Not a whole lot. I mean, I want to say if he had like a Fractal and a Karis, I think that would do it. 19 and 12, right? 29, that'd be 3,100 damage exactly. Yeah, I think Fractal plus Karis, I think, would honestly seal it. And we will see Karis pitching Warbler. And normal, like literally normal summon Fractal, I think would be game if I remember Karas's attack stats properly. We'll see him just go attack for 12, setting 1, passing turn. There's Perla Rhino for tier, but it's honestly just kind of a turn too late here. Because if he would, again, had access to Triple P, because I've seen this deck play under Skill Drain time and time again, and it's really interesting to watch, because the field spell is clearing off the monsters on field that are trying to activate, putting them in the graveyard when they resolve so they're not negated by Skill Drain. This allows you to do some really cool things with Kit, and it also allows you to do some cool things with Kaleido Heart, whether it be popping it, getting off the field that way, or going like Chainlink 1 Kaleido Heart, Chainlink 2 Merly Engrave, right? Merly will fusion. Well, I guess with Kaleido Heart's a bad example because you can't use that as fusion material. You'd have to use Perla Rhino to pop the Kaleido Heart to take advantage of its shuffle effect. While it's no longer on the field, it'll be in the graveyard, so you get your shuffle that way. But then you can resolve like your Kit, like Chainlink 1 Kit to add Chainlink 2 Merly. Merly will fusion away the Kit, so it's no longer on board. And then Kit effect will resolve to still search something, maybe like a Meta Noise or a Soliac, giving you more options. But again, back and forth gameplay here. Tri-Brigade setting 1, T-set from our tier branded player. We're going to see another Pot of Prosperity for Tri-Brigade now, starting their turn off, banishing 1, 2, 3. Extra deck has got to be pretty low right now, revealing Pot, Imperm, and a Pankratops. That's got to feel pretty good here. Are we going to see a normal summon Pankratops? So that's the real question. That is the real question. His opponent is only at 1,800, and we will see him tribute off a Nerval and a Karis for a Pank. Battle phase, attack over the set. It's another Merly. And now putting his opponent on a 1-turn clock. Draws branded opening with Soliac, or a Crime, I believe it was. And that is going to be the match. Tri-Lyrilusc taking the match 2-0 there in a very grindy game too. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Leave a like if you did. Enjoy the rest of your day, and last but not least, a huge shout out is going to go to our Divine Level channel members, who are Pony Stark, Cadillacs84, Justin Lamb, and HZH Cyber. Thank you guys so much as always for your extremely kind and generous support of this channel.